Hello students, in this session we are going to learn about integers, the first chapter of Class 7 Mathematics. In this video we are going to learn the introduction, integers on number line, comparison of integers, absolute value of integers, addition of integers, and properties of addition of integers. In your previous class, you must have learned about the natural numbers, the numbers which come to us naturally. Like when we start counting, we always start counting from 1. So the numbers from 1 to infinity, they are called natural numbers. Then comes the whole numbers. The natural numbers along with 0 are called whole numbers. That is, the whole numbers are from 0 to infinity. Now in whole numbers, we can always subtract a smaller number from a large number. But it is not possible to subtract a large number from a smaller number. Let's take an example. If I write 7 minus 3, then you know the answer, it will be 4. But what if I write 3 minus 7? What will be the answer? So, to find the answer for such problem, a new type of number was introduced and we call such numbers as negative numbers. And these numbers are denoted as minus 2, minus 3 likewise. So, we get a new set of numbers. Earlier you have learnt about natural numbers, whole numbers. Now we will learn the new set of numbers which is known as integers. So integers are the whole numbers along with negative numbers. So we can say integers include positive numbers, that is numbers from 1 till infinity, 0, and the negative numbers, the numbers from minus 1 till minus infinity. Now you have learned how to plot natural numbers or whole numbers on number line. Now we will study how to plot integers on number line. For a number line integer, we have to first draw a line and then make some points at equal distances. You can see these points are marked at equal distances. Then at the center of this line, we mark 0. Towards the right of this 0, we write the positive integers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And on the left side of the 0, we write the negative integers, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and so on. So on a number line, we represent 0 at the center. The positive integers are always towards the right and the negative integers are towards the left of 0. Now remember one thing, 0 is neither positive nor negative. It is neutral. It doesn't have any sign. It doesn't have plus or minus sign. It is neither positive nor negative. Now say if I want to locate the point minus 2 on number line. So what I'll see? This is 0. Negative numbers are towards the left. So 1 and 2. This point shows minus 2 on the number line. Now you can see every number on the number line is greater than every number on its left. Just see, you know the natural numbers. 1. 1 is greater than 0. 2 is greater than 0 and 1. So on. Now if I move to the negative integers. So minus 2 is towards the left of minus 1. So I can say minus 1 is greater than minus 2. So every number on the number line is greater than every number on its left. So 4 here you can see 4. It is the greatest. It is greater than all other integers shown on this number line. Now we'll see how to compare the integers. There are certain rules for comparison of integers. The first rule is every positive integer is greater than every negative integer. So if I say there are two integers minus 5 and plus 4, then plus 4 is greater than minus 5 because plus 4 is a positive integer. So it will be always greater than a negative integer. Now you can see 0. It is towards the left of all the positive integers. So in the previous slide we have seen the numbers towards the left are smaller. So 0 is less than every positive integer. Whatever be the positive integer, 0 is always less than it. Then 0 is towards the right of the negative integers. So 0 is always greater than every negative integer. If I say minus 2 and 0, then 0 will be greater than minus 2. For that matter, if I write minus 100, then 0 is greater than minus 100. Now next point, farther a number from 0 on the right, greater is its value. What does this mean? As we move towards right from 0, the value of integer goes on increasing. So you know 9 is greater than the rest of positive integer. So the value of 9 is greatest as on this number line. So as we move away from 0 towards our right, the value of integer would increase. And in the same way, if I move towards the left, as I keep on moving towards left, the value of integer will get smaller and smaller. So minus 9 here is the smallest integer. It is smaller than all other integers shown on this number line. Now let's understand this with the help of an example. Arrange 4, minus 2, minus 3, minus 5, 0 and 1 in ascending order. Now let's see where these points are located on the number line. The first point is 4. So it is towards the right of 0. So it is a greater number. Now comes minus 2. Minus 2 is here towards the left of 0. So its value would be lesser. Minus 3 here and minus 5. So minus 5 is farthest from 0 on left hand side. So I can say it has the smallest value. So while writing in ascending order, minus 5 will come first. Then comes minus 3, then minus 2 and then 0 because 0 is always greater than negative integer. After 0 towards right we have 1 and then finally 4. So in this way we can order integers. Absolute value of integer. The absolute value of an integer is the numerical value irrespective of its sign. In other words, we can say it is the distance between the number and 0 on the number line. For example, the absolute value of minus 15 is 15 and the absolute value of plus 15 is also 15. So irrespective of the sign, whether the integer is positive or negative, its absolute value remains same, which is its numerical value. The symbol for absolute value is to enclose the number between two vertical bars as shown here. So here it shows minus 15 between two vertical bars and it is read as the absolute value of minus 15 equals 15. Now we'll learn how to add integers. To add two integers we have two rules which are as. So the first rule says if both the integers have same sign, that is if both the numbers are positive or negative, then add the numerical values of the integers and keep the sign same. That is, whatever is the sign of the two integers, answer will have the same sign. So let's see the examples given. Here we have positive 2 added to positive 4. So both the number they are positive. What we have to do? Add the numerical value of the 2. So 2 plus 4 is 6 and as both the numbers are positive, answer is also positive. Now here in this example we have minus 3 added to minus 5. Both the integers here are negative. So they have same sign. What we have to do now? Add the numerical values of the numbers. So 3 plus 5 gives me 8. And since both the numbers are negative, the answer is also negative. So the first rule says if the signs of two integers are same, then you have to add the numerical values and keep the sign as it is. Now let's come to the second rule. It says if both the numbers have opposite sign, that is one is positive and other is negative, then subtract the numbers and put the sign of bigger number. Let's see this example. Minus 2 added to plus 4. So here 2 is in negative number and 4 is positive. The two numbers are having opposite sign. So we have to subtract the numbers. 4 minus 2 will give me 2. Here the bigger number is 4. So the answer, which is a positive number. So answer is also positive. So minus 2 plus 4 will give me plus 2. Now let's see the other example. 3 plus minus 5. Here again we have opposite signs. 3 is positive and 5 is negative. So we have to subtract their numerical values. So 5 minus 3 will give me 2. And here the bigger number is having a minus sign. It is negative. So the answer is negative. Answer will also have negative sign. So is it clear? Now let's see the properties of addition. The first property is closure property. It says the sum of any two integers is always an integer. That means if we add any two integers, the answer will always be an integer only. So let's see with an example. Here 3 plus 5, they are two positive integers. If I add them, I'll get 8, which is again a positive integer. Now if I add 2 plus minus 2, the answer will be 0. So again 0 is an integer. Now if I am adding 4 and minus 6, the answer is minus 2, which is a negative integer. So in all the cases we have seen that answer is always an integer. So this is the closure property of addition. If we add any two integers, the sum is always an integer. Now let's come to the commutative property. The commutative property of addition says if there are two integers a and b, then a plus b will be equal to b plus a. So this means that the sum of two integers remains same irrespective of their order. Whether I write a plus b or I write b plus a, the sum is going to be same. Let's see the example. Here set a is 2 and b is minus 3. So when I add 2 plus minus 3, the answer will be minus 1, as the two numbers have opposite sign and 3 is the bigger number. So answer is minus 1. Now if I change the order of the two integer, minus 3 is written first and 2 is written later. But again the answer is minus 1. So irrespective of the order of the integers, the answer is always same. This is the commutative property of addition. I will further continue with the properties of addition. The third property of addition is associative property. It says if there are three integers a, b and c, then a added to the sum of b plus c will be equal to the sum of a plus b added to c. This means the grouping of three integers doesn't affect the answer. Irrespective of the grouping of integer, the answer will remain same. So let's see this with an example. In this example, I have taken minus 2 as a, 2 as b and minus 3 as c. Now first I will add the two integers in the bracket, that is 2 and minus 3. So when I add 2 and minus 3, you can see the two are having opposite sign. So we have to subtract. So 3 minus 2 will give me 1, and since 3 is the bigger integer, the answer is negative. So 2 plus minus 3 will give me minus 1. Now I add this minus 1 to the third integer minus 2. Minus 2 plus minus 1. Both the numbers, they are negative. So the answer is negative and we have to add the numerical values. So 2 plus 1 gives me 3 and the answer is minus 3. Now let's change the grouping. Here I am adding minus 2 and plus 2. So if I add minus 2 and plus 2, what I will get? I'll get 0. Now add 0 to the third integer, that is minus 3. 0 plus minus 3 gives me minus 3. So you can see here, irrespective of the grouping, the answer came same. So this is what associative property says. Irrespective of grouping, of the three integers, the answer remains same. Now let's move to the fourth and the last property of addition. This is known as additive identity. This property says when we add 0 to any integer, we get the same integer as the answer. So let's see, minus 2 plus 0 will give me minus 2 only. So the integer remains unchanged by adding 0 to it. So that's why we say 0 is the additive identity of integers. Now you can solve the following questions. Question number 1. Write the absolute value of minus 51. Question number 2. Add the following. Minus 5 plus 7. B. Minus 2 plus minus 9. C. Minus 10 plus 6. D. 8 plus 4. So that's all for today, children. Thank you very much.